And up first at 11 tonight, an ABC7 I-Team exclusive on one of the firefighters at the center of the Cecil Mills scandal. Now, Mills collapsed and later died in a parking lot on Rhode Island Avenue, northeast, just steps away from a D.C. fire station.
An internal report on Mills' death concluded firefighters there never came to his aid, despite his family's pleas. And for the first time, you will learn about a firefighter who, instead of helping Mills, went into his bunk to read.
The I-Team's Jay Korf traveled to the firefighter's home in Pennsylvania. He worked his sources to find out more about this man you may not have heard about. That is until now. Jay.
In this scathing report, the city points a critical finger at 5 D.C. firefighters. The particular firefighter was veteran Garrett Murphy. Again, his name, Garrett Murphy. But a friend and a fellow firefighter, a very well-known firefighter, comes to his defense, tells us tonight that Murphy is competent and compassionate. He instead blames this firefighter you're about to meet and listen to, widespread culture of fear starting at the very top of the fire department as to what is really to blame. In this scathing report, the city points a critical finger at 5 D.C. firefighters who never responded to cries for help.
I have a person, he's 75, he's fallen on the...
Multiple sources say firefighter 1, a key figure named in the report, is Garrett Murphy. Murphy lives with his wife and young child in south central Pennsylvania, in the shadow of the 3 Mile Island nuclear power plant. He commutes 2 hours to Washington. Despite a knock on the door and a quick conversation on the phone, Murphy declined comment on a case that has shocked the region. Neighbors, hesitant to speak publicly, told us off camera they were deeply troubled by this tragedy. But fellow firefighter Robert Alvarado is speaking out.
Outstanding employee, great kid, great person to be around.
Alvarado says he never had an issue while working beside Murphy for a couple years at another firehouse. Alvarado believes what happened at Engine 26 says more about a department in disarray than the inaction of a few firefighters.
You're taking people that are the bravest people out there, possibly, that are afraid of nothing, and now they're afraid. That's how bad it is.
According to the report, when 77-year-old Cecil Mills collapsed, people rushed conveniently to a nearby fire hall.
And the fire department is across the street.
Yeah, I understand that. I got to send it right away. Okay, hold a second.
Sure.
The report states that a rookie firefighter informed firefighter 1 of the situation. Firefighter 1 stated that they were not dispatched to the call and that they needed to inform the lieutenant. The report then states firefighter 1 went to the lieutenant's bunk room and informed the lieutenant that a man across the street was down and asked if the lieutenant was going to put them on the run. Firefighter 1 told the lieutenant that he thought the address was the 1300 block of Rhode Island Avenue Northeast. Alvarado and others familiar with protocol insist this is standard, as firefighters don't self-dispatch.
The kid let the officer know. Now at this point, you're a firefighter. I mean, you can't jump in a $750,000 fire truck and take off without an officer.
That officer, identified as Lieutenant Colleen Davis, told firefighter 1, whose sources tell us is Murphy, to get an exact address. But the report says Murphy did not return. It states he returned to the kitchen area and informed firefighter 2 and 3 that the rookie had a man down across the street, so I let Lieutenant know we should be going on this run. Firefighter 1 subsequently gathered his personal items and study books from his car and went to the bunk room. When the lieutenant looked for firefighter 1, the lieutenant found him in his bunk room, lying in bed studying. When asked why he didn't return with the address, firefighter 1 indicated that dispatch had an ambulance en route. But that ambulance was sent to the wrong address. The report says 22 minutes passed before Mills was transported to a hospital where he died.
It's about as tragic as it gets.
Alvarado says a culture of fear permeates the agency following a year of staffing, equipment, and response time scandals. This outspoken critic of embattled Fire Chief Kenneth Ellerby, who's been demoted twice for insubordination, believes agency leaders have created an atmosphere of inaction in which a perfect storm of dysfunction formed over Engine 26. The report's author, Deputy Mayor of Public Safety Paul Quander, insists in this case the fire chief, Kenneth Ellerby, is certainly not to blame. But we should point out that the head of the firefighters union, Ed Smith, talked with me tonight. He said that this report from Quander is flawed. It is incomplete. and it should be done all over again by a neutral third party. Live in the district, Jay Korf, ABC 7 News.